Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what I'm considering now the real first episode of the Grand Island College Football Show. Last there was the first episode, kind of air quotes, came out on YouTube last week. If you listened to it, thank you. We appreciate you. Got some positive feedback on it, and that one I'm considering like week 0.
Okay.
All right, that one is just we're just dipping our toes in to the season, or I guess we're dipping our toes into the season in week 6, but we're dipping our toes into the season. That show was recorded in Ireland, and it just has to have an asterisk over it. All results in week 0. That's just how it works a little bit. So appreciate all the support there, but this is what I'm considering the real episode 1. All right, and because we got episode 1, we got to do some housekeeping things. And I don't like doing the housekeeping things because this is the football show and this stuff doesn't really have anything to do with football. But because me being on the mic right now and you seeing the Grand Island College Football Show on the RSS feed might be a little confusing, we have to go over the housekeeping things first. So first order of business, top of the line here, is the normal Washed Up Walk-Ons content still exists. All right, this is, I know the bye week right now. When I scheduled doing this, I didn't know that Tyler Kluver was going to cancel an episode. So then now, like, this is just thrown on you. And there wouldn't be any explanation as to it's not replacing an actual real episode, right? So the normal show still exists. It's just the bye week, right? You got Brad Heinrichs and for the rest of the week until we do the preview. But now this is just going to sub in on like Monday nights, Tuesday mornings as well. It's just extra, right? That's all it is. We're just going to talk a little football and everything in between. And just have some fun. It's just an extra thing is all it is. All right. Just more time for you to have fun here. Second house.
I thought this was a coup, Grant. This taking over.
It's not a coup. No, that's important too. The other stuff still exists. All right. You don't have to be here if you don't want to be. All right. It's just for fun and it's not a coup. Second thing here is you might have just heard that voice. That's my friend Joey Bush. You might recognize him. He was in the kitchen with us, and now he's here as well. A lot of people from the first episode was like, who is Joey Bush? Why is Joey Bush? Not enough of how is Joey Bush.
Thank you.
There you go. But a lot of questions about who's this face that's going on right now. And I can understand it's a little weird that like this whole channel and content is like, oh, it's Iowa football player perspective. And here's let's go inside the locker room with these guys, and we're gonna get it's like that's I guess the brand of this content. And then now this is thrown at you where it's 2 guys who've never played football for Iowa, not talking really. Like there is Iowa football to talk about, but we had a bye this week, so like I mean,
sure.
It's just what do you want me to grasp at now? Go listen to the first episode. I waxed poetically about Iowa for like 25 minutes. Okay,
great. Yeah.
But to answer the question, Joey is here. He is my friend, and he is. Someone for me to talk to, frankly, so that when this goes out, you're not like, this isn't the Grand Island schizophrenia hour, it's Joey's here.
Might be though.
It could still be. Joey is, he did not go to Iowa. He actually went to Auburn, but he's an Iowa supporter, or he's at least forced to be. If he's not, then he's going to be forced to be.
I get eyes on Iowa football.
There you go.
Once a week.
Yeah. He's kind of like in a Iowa, what's called like educational program right now. He's like in a study. He's doing a study abroad.
I'm at the academy.
He's in like a study abroad program right now for Iowa football, where he's like learning the language, he's learning a new culture. So he's there. I would consider Joey is like the get back coach of this show.
Yep.
When things are getting off track, and when we're spending too much time talking about like Marlins man at the Yankees game instead of what's happening in the Big Ten, he can push us back in bounds. Is what Joey's here for. And we appreciate you being here. And I think if you don't know Joey now and you don't like him now, you're going to learn to love him. Or
or you might just hate me.
Yeah, or you'll probably just end up not listening that often. So there's that. Other housekeeping things. On the YouTube, this is just in general, on the YouTube, I don't respond to the comments on there. That's a guy named Tyler Kluver who responds to the comments. So if there's like, this is in the normal washed up walk on stuff too. Like whenever there is someone responding on like a main thing, that's Kluver and not me. So now that this is just like it has Grant Allen on the name of this, just like the way to contact me is on Twitter, not on the YouTube comments. And then last couple things here is I know this is episode 1. We might be doing a name change already.
We might be doing the first time
a name change. Because here's the thing: is that like when you have the Ryen Russilo podcast, or you have the Bill Simmons podcast, the Bill
Dan
Simmons
Patrick
show,
show.
the Dan Patrick show, it works because there's like a gravity to their name. You know, it's like, oh, Dan Patrick, I know that guy. Oh, Ryen Russilo, that's the guy from, he was on ESPN with SVP. Like, I'm going to listen to his show now. And then when you throw on, you just see the Grand Island College Football Show, the initial reaction is just like, what is that? Why?
Pretty self-explanatory.
Who is Grand Island? Like, it doesn't have the same gravity to it. So I don't know. I also don't, there's something that feels somewhat egotistical about naming your side segment podcast your own name. Like, not that podcasting itself is already feels very egotistical. Like the fact that we showed up today and we were like, you know, who needs, like, we're going to get some mics, and despite no one asking for it, we're going to share our opinions on everything. Like, without prompt, it's now necessary for us two idiots to come and share our information. That already feels egotistical enough. So I don't know if when it's like, oh, it's just a Grand Island Culture Show, I kind of want to change it a little bit. I don't know what it's going to be called.
No candidates yet?
Candidates, I was thinking, you want to workshop it real quick? I was thinking potentially just calling it the Almost Football Show.
Ooh, okay.
Because I was watching one of my favorite, maybe potentially my favorite movie ever on Friday, Almost Famous.
Okay.
And if you haven't seen it, it's an awesome, awesome movie. But I was like, what if it's Almost Football?
Almost Football.
Instead. So I don't know. And also, like, hey, when we get into spoiler, we started this show in week 6, starting on time. It's great. Everyone says it's the best way to enter the college football market, starting in week 6 of the season. Like, at some point, this is, you know, at some point, this is going to have to extend into the football offseason. Then, like, at that point, it's almost about football, you know?
We'll talk other things.
Yeah, like, it's just, even right now, it's like it's almost about football. So I think that's a potential name change, but for right now, it's the Grand Island Football Show. And also, I think for, you know, at least, I think I've been a part of the Washed Up Walk-Ons, what's called Entourage, for long enough that when this shows up on the RSS feed for the first time, it wouldn't be too alarming to see, like, the Grand Island College Football Show. But if you just saw it said Almost Football, you'd be like, they sold the show. You'd be like it's unprompted. It's not even like you wouldn't know any better. So you just see it's like, oh, here's Grant, and then like some, like, with all due respect, just some other guy that we're not familiar with, and it'd be really confusing. So
now, could you do some, just like maybe warming up the crowd on the regular show, just letting them know? No, it's not over. Okay,
we can warm them up. I thought you meant some like testing out material or something there.
No, we definitely should not do that.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm going to save for Wednesday's Wisconsin preview. We're going to test out a couple of my takes on the AP poll there. We'll see how the crowd feels and see if we get any feedback. Then we'll bring it back on Monday. Is that what you're saying?
No,
okay,
not quite.
But yeah, that's pretty much it on the housekeeping stuff. I hope that kind of explains a little bit of what's going on here. And maybe the house is clean now. But now 8 minutes into this, we can actually get into the football. And I know that this is called the Grand Island College Football Show, at least for now. But I would be remiss if we didn't discuss the absolute insane story surrounding Mark Sanchez this weekend. And he was supposed to be calling a NFL game for us. I believe it might have been overseas. Was it? No, it was in Indianapolis. He's supposed to call the Colts game this week. And if you were on Twitter all in the morning, on Saturday morning, the story came out that Mark Sanchez was stabbed, basically.
Oh, no.
Like, Schefter would tweet out, he was like, Mark Sanchez stabbed. And that's not good. Like, we obviously want Mark to be okay. And it sounds like he's fine. Like, he's going to do okay. But, like, anytime you see someone get stabbed, it's pretty alarming, especially Mark Sanchez, right? And then some more stories come out that there's a little bit more to it. So this is I'm going to read you the article, and this is what you came here. Is just like, now it's just, this is the Grand Island Audible. You send me an article, I'll just read it, is what this shows now. Former Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez was acting erratically, quote, and body slammed an elderly grease truck driver before he was stabbed in the chest in Indianapolis, according to authorities and local reports. The 69-year-old driver said he stabbed Sanchez in self-defense after the attack, telling the cops, "This guy is trying to kill me," court documents alleged. Sanchez, 38, was charged with battery resulting in injury, public intoxication, and unlawful entry of a motor vehicle for his alleged role in the incident in which he was stabbed by the driver, according to authorities. What began as a disagreement between the 38-year-old former professional athlete and a 69-year-old should not have escalated into violence or left anyone seriously injured. As with any case, we will follow the facts and the law wherever they lead. Sanchez got into an argument with the grease truck driver shortly after midnight Saturday, where he complained that the truck, which was parked at a loading dock, was blocking a nearby alley, sources told Fox 59. Here's where it gets interesting. Prior to the dispute, Sanchez was doing, quote, wind sprints in the alley behind Lou Miller's pub and eatery in downtown Indianapolis, where he was drinking and, quote, acting erratically, the station reported, citing sources. So just to put that onto the summary a little bit. So Mark Sanchez is in Indianapolis getting ready to call a game. He gets so drunk, allegedly, that he was like, I'm going to go see if I still got it. I'm a professional athlete. I'm 39. I'm still in like decent physical prime and shape. I'm going to go start running. This is a good time for me to go find that speed outside this pub right now. And the guy he was like, hey, you have to move this truck so I can do my wind sprints. And he was so determined to get this truck moved for his wind sprints that the truck driver assumed that Mark Sanchez was trying to kill him.
This is a green flag if you're an NFL GM.
In what way?
Is he getting a call from the Vikings? He's so dedicated. He needs
in what way, Joey, is this a green flag? How on earth would you
start training?
Okay, well, I don't know if assault and battery is a green flag necessarily in the NFL, but this is got to be just a all-time. So he was clearly insanely intoxicated, waking up in a hospital, arrested, and in recovery after getting stabbed is brutal. That's a tough way to go.
Not a good way to wake up.
That's a tough way to wake up. I'm sure I don't know, his media career is probably at least on a hiatus. It's at least on hold. But I wouldn't expect to see him in the broadcast booth anytime soon. I hope he is in okay health, but he clearly made a big mistake here. And I hope the 69-year-old's in good health too. He got tackled by Mark Sanchez. And I hope he still got his job. I hope everyone ends up okay from this, but it's so insane.
It's a wild story
that we had to discuss it. And it was filtering through. It got kind of lost in the chaos yesterday, but I hope everyone's in okay shape after this. But holy cow, what is Mark Sanchez doing?
He's getting ready to go. So the Vikings are down quarterbacks. He's ready to go.
Gosh, I mean, it's just insane. And it was getting leaked on like Reddit posts were like being like, hey, just so you know, with the Mark Sanchez thing, it looks like he's going to be okay, but he's probably going to wake up arrested. It's probably not going great. There's a statement, the police statement. It was just they're releasing it in different updates. Sanchez is still in the hospital, has not been booked into the adult detention center, and I think he's going to be okay. In decent health.
We're glad to hear that.
Sanchez should be considered, and this is the police department has said Sanchez should be considered innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. So no one has been convicted of a crime yet. This is just the report that came out.
Okay.
So we
have to do some digging.
So we don't start out the Grand Island College Football Show with getting sued right away. This is just a report that this is what happened, not.
This is all alleged.
Yeah, but I hope everyone's okay. It's all alleged. I hope everyone's okay. Exactly. Now we can actually get into the college football.
Is wind sprints behind the bar the new move, Grant? Is that?
I mean, I feel like I've been doing that. I feel like hitting.
I
mean, there's nothing more 20 something guy in the United States at a pub with his friends Friday night than hitting like pass pro reps after a couple drinks.
Tossing on the huddle highlights.
Like that, there's nothing I can think of more usual than that. Like it's just, it would be a weird night if I didn't see someone go QB under center at a bar with like more than 5 friends on a Saturday night. Like you just, especially in the fall, like you're seeing it, you want to live it out. Maybe you used to be a former lineman. It's just it's a thing that we just do. You know, it's like it's a part of our First Amendment right is to hit past pro reps. It's just what it is. Let's get into the college football though now, because we have as we began last show too with some AP rage bait going on right now. This poll was okay. I will say I'm going to give them credit. I was totally expecting them to still rank Penn State and Texas, and they did not. They received votes, which is still crazy because that means people read the received votes as this is team 26 and 27 and 28. But no, this just means a lot of voters still consider them top 25. And maybe in like power ratings and stuff, that's true. But like there is no world where their resume right now is top 25, right? So there's still people are like, oh, it's fixed. But no, there are still a lot of voters who are putting Texas and Penn State in the poll. You have to remember that. Second thing on here. Did they just think we weren't going to notice that Notre Dame spot on there?
Squeaked up in there, didn't they?
Did they just think that we were just going to be so distracted by Arch Manning's performance this week? We were going to be so distracted with James Franklin hate that we weren't going to notice you just slipping Notre Dame all the way up in there? And this is kind of we're gonna talk about Penn State and Texas' situation, but especially you see where they're ranking Notre Dame right now at 16 for doing nothing. They've accomplished close to not. They beat Boise this weekend, but like Boise doesn't look like they're the team from last year at all.
Yep.
Their best wins right now are like close losses to. Jeez, Joey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you hear that?
Oh my goodness! Like we're trying to win viewers over here.
That's
right
what
now.
you get here.
Oh my God. What was that, dude?
Headphone users beware.
Oh my goodness. If you have complaints about the show, please send them to Joey_Bush5 on Twitter. That is our
I'll take them.
Complaint department there. Now, Notre Dame, they got squeezed up into they're at 16 right now. I don't think they will play a team that they'll be favored in every game. They might USC rivalry game, I'll hold out and see on a potential loss there, but everything is shaping up to right now if they're just going to go 10-2 and get in the playoff last spot.
The playoffs.
Like Texas is just handing them a spot. Penn State is trying to hand them a spot right now. It is just everything's falling their way, and especially they're creeped up to 16 without doing anything. And they're only going to climb higher.
Win's a win.
They only have to climb like 5 more spots to be in, basically. It's not like it wouldn't.
I don't even know if it's that much. Is it?
Basically, I mean, if they're anywhere in the top near the top 10, I think they're probably gonna they're just gonna find a way in, and it stinks. I thought we had finally gotten some justice in this world. It was gonna happen, and then just when the AP voters, you thought they were doing their job, they just slipped Notre Dame right into there, and I don't know what's going on. And then my last complaint is that, look, I think you can keep Iowa State in the top 25. That's fine. But how do you justify having Cincy unranked?
Non-ranked, yeah.
And they have the same record, and Cincy just waxed them this weekend. I don't understand it. Every time I talk about Iowa State, it's in a cast of a little bit of hate, all right? But I feel like that's fair logic. How are you going to I don't know. I think the results on the field should matter. And if your results are that one team with the same record just beat this other team with the same record 24 hours ago, that's a fair way to put them ahead of them. I don't think it's that crazy. And I'm just standing up for the Bearcats, who I've been a believer of since day one, by the way, of this season. Oh. I was that week 1 game against Nebraska, everyone threw them away instantly. Like they're going to get killed. And I said, you know what? Everyone's talking year 3, Matt Rule. You know who else is in year 3 right now? Cincinnati's coach, who's so great that I totally can remember his name. But Brendan Scoresby too, he's a gamer. I mean, he can win you games. He's a good QB, but that win also sneaky might age well for Nebraska. We'll have to look into that in the future. Penn State. Joey Bush. Penn State.
Yikes.
37, UCLA 42. Penn State last weekend loses a close game to Oregon. I thought they showed a decent fight. And although, the take with Penn State has been they just can't win the big one. And you know who else can't win the big one is really a lot of teams. Who else has a bad record against Ohio State? Literally everyone. Like Ohio State has had the most consistently dominant program of the 2000s. Like I think you have to go all the way back to like 2004 or something outside of COVID where they didn't play double-digit games to find a year where they didn't win 11 or more games. Like they have just been consistently dominant forever. So it makes sense like, okay, they can't beat Ohio State. So does everyone has that problem, right? They have trouble with Michigan sometimes. Okay, it's not a cardinal sin. They get to the semifinals last year and like, I don't know, they can't really do anything that the bracket fell their way that they had to play SMU and Boise, but it was like, okay, it seems like they're doing fine. I don't think losing to Oregon is a fireable offense, but holy cow, they go out here today. And Joey, I think it's fair to say this is the most embarrassing loss from a true contender I can think of. Like someone who was in contention for a national title that I can think of. And I think of last year, I called Ohio State losing to Michigan the most embarrassing loss I had seen in a long time. And that Michigan team was like, they were decent though. They finished 7-5. It wasn't like they were the worst team in the Power Four like UCLA was. Like UCLA got
rivalry too,
manhandled by New Mexico just a few weeks ago. They had not led in a game at all this season so far. They had gotten manhandled by UNLV. Like this is a very bad team. And then I look up all of a sudden and, it's like, oh, they score 7-0. It's kind of funny, right? Like, oh, stop the count. Stop the count, guys. Like, have you seen that joke on Twitter yet?
Game's over. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's 14-0. I'm like, okay. All right, James.
Good one.
Hey, man. All right, let's get going now. Come on, dude. Like it's a pretty good roster. Katron Allen back there, best backfield in the country allegedly. Let's get going. Jim Knowles, yeah, it's supposed to be the best DC in the country too. Like let's get something going. Halftime 27-7.
Good one.
Seems like a bit of a problem. And then you look up and all of a sudden the game's over. 42 UCLA 42, Penn State 37, and it was just. I'm stunned, frankly, that this is the result that we got. Not that it's any – actually, no, a little bit of it is like UCLA knows they were bad. Like a lot of it is that UCLA is really bad. And this is a great win for them. It's like celebrate this win as a program, but like it was a really bad team, frankly. And then Penn State is supposed to be this national title contender, and they find a way to get this embarrassed. Like, Joey, this is the first time that a top 10 team has lost to an opponent with a 0-4 or worse record in 40 years.
Wow. A historic game.
Historic. And like this was supposed to be a record-breaking, historic, all-time season for Penn State. And it still is, but in a bad way.
Sounds like it is, yeah.
Like I guess this is technically we're doing things that people haven't been able to do in 40 years. Sure. But is this really what you meant by that, James Franklin?
Wrong side of the scale.
Is being the first team, top 10 team to lose to an 0-4 opponent in 40 years. That's bad. And this too, like it was just sometimes I think you can blame it on execution, but a lot of this is just like James Franklin. I felt like just didn't like basic IQ stuff. He didn't know what he was doing. Like he not using his timeouts correctly, and even at the end of the game, simple stuff where he didn't even anticipate that UCLA was going to just do an intentional safety. Like he just let the punter sit back there forever. Like he didn't even consider that it was a possibility that he could potentially go get the ball back or go strip and get the score. Like it was everything that James Franklin could have done in this game to make himself like to heat his seat up as much as possible. He let it happen. And like even simple things like Jim Knowles is supposed to be the best DC in the country. And he lets UCLA go and hang 42 on him.
And stomped by Nico.
Get stomped by Nico, like who has been not only just bad this season, like has also like the football god's karma on his side. Like James, you have to do this for the good of football and NIL. Like Nico going 0-12 was going to be like the perfect punishment and like representation of NIL. Like, hey, still stick with your schools. Don't just go QB hop around and go chase as much bag as possible. Now Nico can go show like, hey, I just went into where I could get more money and then I went and beat Penn State.
Yeah.
Like, what does he do? I don't know.
Can't say anything now.
We've talked before, like we have potentially an epidemic right now where we're firing coaches too early, or like we're firing coaches who don't deserve to be fired, right? And before this game, I would have said that James Franklin, like he should keep his job. I don't understand. Like everyone's losing to Ohio State. I don't know if you're going to bring in some new coach that's all of a sudden going to be able to fix that, right? But now that he has this roster, That's supposed to be amazing. And they're 3-2 to start the year. And he has a loss that no one has had. Good, like okay teams
in 40 years.
This is including everyone. This top 10 teams have been fine. That he has now this loss as well. That is really bad. That's a big time issue that I don't know how this is going to get fixed. And when people talk about Joey's a Auburn fan, they've got Hugh Freeze over there. Oh. Like Hugh Freeze has some tough losses right now, and you've called for his head a little bit sometimes too as a coach, but he doesn't have a loss he doesn't have a loss in his entire career right now that's as bad as losing to this UCLA team. And Penn State has one right now. It's crazy. And I don't know, a lot of people are putting this on Drew Aller too. I don't know if this is all Drew Aller's fault, if I'm being honest.
No. It's a team game.
It is a team game. And I don't know if I still think he's going to go to the NFL. I don't think he's like the worst quarterback ever, but it does have to sting a little bit. Like Bo Prabula's got a 5-0 team right now, and Penn State just lost to UCLA. It's got to sting a little bit. It can't be ideal. I do want to give UCLA some flowers though. Shout out to Jerry Neuheisel. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but former UCLA quarterback. He was the OC calling plays for this game. This is too James Franklin lost to a coach today that had never called plays before. He was saying in an interview that there were plays where he's a positional coach who he's used to not having a mic on his headset, where the mic was flipped up, and he was just saying the play to no one. And
much like us podcasting, right?
Yes, it's just like us. He was just speaking to no one like we were doing, and he still found a way to beat a top 10 team, a team that was supposed to have maybe the best roster ever. He still found a way to do it. They have an interim coach right now. They fired Deshaun Watson. They fired their OC. They fired their DC. They cleaned house this week. It should have been running them over, and then he still finds a way to lose. But credit to Jerry Neuheisel. He should honestly be they might have just found their new coach. Honestly,
sure.
Bruin for life. He played football there. He beat Texas in an upset there. Now he steps in and does this. This is, for a season that was all low for UCLA. Now all of a sudden they're up. Somewhere, Bill Walton, I'd like to think, is sitting up in heaven, watching this game, just smiling down. And I don't know if he was able to personally influence this game or not. Ooh. But holy cow, that is the kind of magic that UCLA, it felt had in this game. And also kind of, I guess part of the magic is making Penn State look absolutely horrible in this game. So other than that, there is one big victim of this game. James Franklin's getting the most heat in this game, as he should.
Sure.
Number 2 should be this absolute, I don't even know how to describe how low level this security guard is at the Rose Bowl, who, by the way, there's 40 people at this game. This wasn't a hostile environment.
They had the tarps up.
It was a blue out, and which is bad time, by the way, if you're hosting it. Now they won, so it didn't work. But if this game went another way and they got blown out at the blue out, it's going to be a big problem, right? So there's some people storming the field, and they were like, "Oh, it wasn't a field storm," because literally there wasn't enough people to storm the field at this game. But some guy, father-daughter crew, he probably just, this is a huge moment for him and his daughter. He throws her down on the field, and they're running out on the field together. And some security guard tries to tackle a 4-year-old girl.
Oh,
what?
No.
You're probably a 1-day contract hire at this event. You're just gonna tackle a 4-year-old?
He's got to get tape out there, Grant.
It's a crazy move.
He's trying to get hired again.
Out there.
He needs tape.
And then that 4-year-old happened to stiff arm him in the clutch, so it worked really well. He looked like prime Derrick Henry out there, but it was a crazy move. I've seen, that we have a weird thing with storming the field right now, where it costs a lot of money to storm the field. I get it, and the security guards are trying to stop it, but they don't really try. No. They can only do so much. Oh, I got you. This guy, there's 4 people on the field. It's really not even noticeable if they're storming the field or if they're just there. And you're going to go tackle a 4-year-old girl? What is your 4
options?
This is the moment you were training for? Really?
I told you he needs tape, man. He's got to get rehired.
I don't understand it.
Form tackle.
With that being said, here's the problem, though, is that if we're doing this from an Iowa perspective, I'm all for upsets. This is the result I wanted. It was hilarious. I enjoyed it. I'm also I respect the UCLA brand. UCLA as a school, I'm kind of rocking with.
Okay.
Just as a brand of the whole of the school. We're rocking with UCLA because UCLA is rocking with us, all right?
Sure.
if you're an Iowa football fan, this is not a good result because we have Penn State coming up in a few weeks, and they they are more beatable, but we can't just act like they don't still have a pretty decent roster, and they're still going to be a good team who's extra pissed off now. So that's not great. Like, we now really have to go pull an upset and try and beat them, because if now we lose, it doesn't look as like if you lost to a Penn State team and won 11-1, it's not the end of the world. But now if it's like, geez, you lost to the Penn State team that lost to UCLA and then they went like 7-5, really 8-4, like, geez, what's going on over there? So there's like two ways to view that game. Like, it's now a less excusable loss, but maybe more winnable than you thought it was. So I don't know. We'll see. This though shakes up the Big Ten a ton. Now, Joey, no one can hear you. I don't know what you're doing with your microphone. This is a tough debut going on right now for us. Nope. No idea. Still nothing. Oh, God. I'm going to keep going here. This does a lot for the Big Ten. I think you still have your power. Like, I don't know how anyone's going to beat Ohio State or Oregon right now, it looks like. But you still got Indiana up there, I think, is the clear 3. And then I don't even know who do you put next. Is it Michigan? Is it like, I don't know who else is grabbing for it. You can't have Penn State in there now. You have to put UCLA above Penn State at this point. Penn State has no Big Ten wins and frankly, no Power 4 wins. Like, they just have nothing on their resume. And not that I think Penn State will be fine. I don't think they're going to like miss a bowl game or anything, but they, in terms of Big Ten, this is now, if you're in Illinois, if you're a Michigan, if you're even like like there's a lot of teams right now that are thinking, oh, well, if we went out, Penn State was in the way. And now, like, it's wide open. Like, you can, that 4 spot, I think the Big Ten will still end up getting 4 spots, but I just think now that 4 spot's more up for grabs. Because Penn State, I don't know if they're going to beat Ohio State now. I don't know if they can also go beat Indiana now. Or they've got like an Iowa tough game in there too. I don't know if they can finish this season now 10-2 and go to the playoff. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think 9-3 Penn State with a loss to UCLA goes to the playoff. I just don't. So it's more open now. And I don't know in this scenario now too, like, this loss is bad. And I think even now, let's say he has this his best roster. He goes 8-4. He loses to Ohio State and then another game. I don't know. I mean, I think you kind of do have. You might have to get rid of James Franklin. You just might have to.
It might be time.
He's a good. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good coach. I don't think I would have predicted him getting fired even 3 days ago, but something like this is tough. Like we said, it doesn't. Like, it's been 40 years since this last happened. You can't have this go on. And he's accomplished a lot, but I don't know. I think the fan base is going to be. They're pretty upset about this one, if I'm being honest. And I'm trying to think of ways that he could save his job, because I remember another coach at another Big Ten program who was historically pretty good, and then he lost a embarrassing game to Michigan. And everyone's like, he has to be fired now, unless he wins the whole thing.
And then he did.
I think if he beats Ohio State and goes to the Big Ten championship and wins it, or if he actually, I don't even know if he can go to the Big Ten championship. I think if he beats Ohio State and goes to the playoff, he still has his job.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think if he goes 10-2, I think if he wins out the rest of the season, he still has his job. But if Ohio State just goes in there and just mauls them, or it's on the road. So if Ohio State just wins by 20, and I don't know if again, Penn State was a ton of talent, but if the results are not there this season, I think James Franklin's seat could be much hotter than we thought. And I don't know, maybe they're looking around and be like, do we think Kenny Dillingham could have coached this team better? Do we think do we think Drinkwitz could have coached his team better? Do we think
young Nick Saban,
John Gruden could have coached his team better? Like, it's difficult. He's been there a long time. Obviously the records are not there. UCLA, by the way, now has just as many top 10 wins. I saw or top 7 wins, I think is what it was, as Penn State under James Franklin.
There you go. Can you also, maybe we can turn our heads a little bit and look at Oregon. We know they're firmly at that 3 spot.
Yes and no. And this is kind of, you can college football math this up a little bit. I don't know. I don't think we should punish Oregon for a game they didn't participate in.
No, absolutely not. And we'll see. They'll get tested later in the year. I mean, they've got Indiana next week. And Oregon has also done nothing but handled their business. It's not as much like LSU where it's like, oh, they squeaked by Clemson, but then fumbled around with La Tech and then, messed around with everything else. Like, they have done nothing but smack every team but Penn State. So I think
I don't think Oregon should be penalized for this game. I think Oregon is a top 3 team in the country still. I think Oregon is like one of the few locks for the playoffs still right now. Potential almost. I mean, I don't know. Looking at their schedule, like they're probably like 3 wins away from potential lock just for the playoff, frankly,
Yep.
or for the Big Ten championship. And I don't think that this game changes my mind on any of that. Like I said, Penn State could still. I don't think the line for Penn State, Ohio State's not going to be like Ohio State minus 15 now because of this game. I think if UCLA and Penn State played 9 more times, Penn State probably wins 9 of them, but they didn't this time, and we only get one of these games this year. So, and we have to go by this result. We can only assume that this UCLA team would beat Penn State this way. We can't go off of hypotheticals here.
No, I was just pointing it out. You have to take a look at Oregon, whether it's nothing really happened or hey, maybe eyebrows up.
Well, then also the problem with that is then you have to be like, well, we have to take a look now at UNLV, who's undefeated and beat this UCLA team, who by more than Penn State did. So then is UCLA actually the number 2 team in the country? Should they be ranked? UCLA? Like that's the problem with that's the problem with college football math is like it works that way too.
Oh yeah, I like that way more though. I think that's hilarious.
We can push that narrative if you want. They played UNLV played an awesome game this weekend. It hailed a ton in Wyoming.
Yep.
So it looked like it just
snowed.
Yeah. No, that was all hail.
Oh, that was all hail.
That was exclusively hail. No, it was just
hail. A lot of hail.
It was a ton of hail. Yeah.
R.I.P. all the windshields.
Shout out Max White over there in Wyoming, former Hawkeye legend. We had him on the podcast over the summer. Great dude.
Nice.
Running back. Florida 29, Texas 21. A result that I think a lot of people predicted Florida to beat Texas. Texas had kind of struggled since that game in Columbus to start the year. But I have one question after this game for the Florida fans. Was it worth it, Florida fans? Is this worth it? I know it's fun to celebrate the victories. It's fun to celebrate beating Texas too. Like Texas, hey, like everyone wants to beat Texas, right? Everyone wants to do the horns down. Like take the victories at home, especially in the swamp. Don't apologize for winning. But is this is it worth extending Billy Napier's job another year? Is this
that was your reward for this game?
Like was it worth beating a Texas team with like Arch, who is like seeing ghost out there? Like Arch has like vertigo when he's out on the field right now. Is it worth beating a overrated Texas team that's probably going to miss the playoff? Was that worth it for like to beat a Texas team that has a shiny little number 9 next to their name right now, but probably isn't? It's not going to mean as much in week 15 of the season. It's not going to mean as much then. Was it worth it, fans? Where if you lost this game, it would have been disappointing, but you probably would have a new coach. Like, does this win change your mind that much on every other game that you've seen the past few years? Does it? I don't know if it does or not.
I don't think so. No.
I'm not sure that this is like, even when the fans are like, okay, the Florida fans are great. Obviously, like they're going to celebrate the hell of this game, and they should. But are you waking up on Monday morning with like a football hangover in a way, being like, oh my God, what did we do? Oh, no. Like we've all been there before. It's okay. Like you're having a great time, but then you wake up the next day and you're like, was that the best investment for my future?
Maybe fired out a text or two you shouldn't have.
Yeah. It's just, DJ Lagway threw a couple touchdowns. Maybe he shouldn't have. It's just, it happens. And look, I don't know if maybe this is the game that saves his job and he becomes the best coach ever in a few years. And you're like, wow, that was the game that changed everything. But just between you and me, do we believe that?
Probably not. No, I don't.
Like, it was just a few weeks ago. Like, USF's a great team, but should Florida ever be losing to them at home? Is that really
5 interceptions? DJ Lagway.
5 interceptions just a few weeks ago. Was it worth it, Florida fans? I don't know. Like, you could have had John Gruden on the phone probably by Tuesday. Like, if he lost this game the other way for 29-21, there's a decent chance he's not the coach right now. But he probably bought himself another month. And like,
can you still fire him this season?
I mean, yes, you can fire
but
anyone. Will they? I don't know now. I don't know if you can fire him if he goes
now.
Tough
schedule too.
Like if he goes 6-6, but you're like, well, but he beat a top 10 team. Remember, a great memory in the swamp.
He did.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if
At
that's
A&M
what it is.
next week. Maybe Florida's good.
And we're gonna have to
Texas
talk.
is just bad.
Texas, I think, is struggling right now, and I don't know if I think the Texas defense is good. I think Texas's issue though is that I think Arches, he is clearly hurt.
Yeah.
He has some kind of torn labrum, it looks, and I'm not a doctor or anything, but yeah, my brain tells me that when he's clearly wincing and everything's going in the dirt. Are you just like shaking your microphone right now? What is going on, Joey?
It's just on my desk.
Touching it. What is happening over there?
Sorry, I'm like Zach in the old days.
I know. Zach, if those that know, Zach Housen was the other host of ITK, and he would just like bash his mic all the time, right in our ears. I don't know. I think Florida's got some issues. Other games going on out there. Bama 30, Vandy 14. This was just the most like every team performed exactly how they should in this game. Bama beating a Vandy team who has clearly improved and gave a good fight for most of this game, but Bama with the better roster and better team ultimately came with a victory at home. Yeah, okay. That is
Sounds
exactly
about right. Yeah.
What I predicted. What I came away most notably from this game was Theo Vaughn shooting his shot with Jess Sims in the pregame during College Game Day. Jess Sims at ESPN. He was like, "Hey, am I going to see you again later on national TV?" And she just gave the reaction of, "Oh, I hope not."
The worst she could say is no.
Yeah, I was like, or
actually
she could say,
not.
Yeah, or it's actually, she could say, "Oh, I hope not." Jeez, Jess. Like, I mean, it's just he's a human being. Like you could have just said, "Oh, haha," and then left. Like he's on national TV. Dang, poor guy. He's a nice guy. I think. I mean, I've met him.
Met him.
I talked to him for an hour. He was nice. He's very down to earth, very personable. Like I have nothing but good things to say about him. I could only assume he was like that at the college game day, and Just Sims just basically just said "ew" and spat in his face in front of a bunch of Bama fans. No. I mean, it's tough out there. Miami 28, FSU 22. Mario might have figured it out. Here's the problem: is that this Miami team is good. This Miami team has gotten better each year. Their defense, which was bad in the past, has improved by a lot. I know this was only a 6-point game, but this game felt like it was 100-0. FSU scored a little bit late, but Miami thoroughly dominated this game. I bet Florida State plus 4.5, and that literally had zero life the whole time.
Nothing.
Like that was over pretty much instantly. And this is the problem is that moving forward, this Miami team is probably going to win the ACC. They're probably going to go to the playoff. I could see them like I think they have an argument to be the number one team in the country right now. They have the best resume, frankly. Do I think that they would beat Ohio State right now? No. Do I think that they would beat Oregon right now? No. Do I think they'd get blown out? No, though. Like I think they're a very good team. I think that they are totally deserving of a playoff spot. I mean, it's only week 6 and a lot could change, but I think this team right now could beat anyone. And here's the problem, though, is that I can't get that stupid Miami Georgia Tech game from like 4 years ago out of my head where he just refused to run the clock out and let Georgia Tech, and he fumbled and let Georgia Tech go score a touchdown. Like that game is ingrained into my brain. And I'm just I'm gonna see that in every single game moving forward this season. And like there's probably other landmines, other traps. Do you want to predict it? Okay. Because
at home against Louisville.
That's a win. They're fine.
Stanford at home win.
Okay.
At SMU.
Ooh.
Should we call it?
SMU is going to be desperate.
They play Syracuse at home too.
They need that desperately. Syracuse, that's a long. I don't think Syracuse is going to beat them there. I'd say at SMU is the top contender right now because SMU still like puts up a fight. They're a spunky team. I'd say it's either that or they have Virginia Tech late in November.
Yep.
And Virginia Tech is, don't get me wrong, they're bad, but they have a fired coach. And I have one rule in this life: it's never fight a man with nothing to lose. And they have nothing to lose.
They've got nothing to lose. They can get spunky.
They could get spunky out there. The defense is going to help though, because last year they just couldn't stop anything from scoring. And luckily they had Cam Ward, one of the better college football quarterbacks in recent memory, who could just bail them out of literally every single game. Like he was doing borderline like Harry Houdini magic out there for some of these games. Like, I don't know if a lot of people remember, they went to, I think it was against Virginia Tech on a Friday night last year, where he had to do like just some of the most insane quarterbacking I've ever seen to get them a win and keep them even in the playoff hunt until they lost to Syracuse eventually later in the year. But the defense now, they're like, what if we just got to stop on 3rd and 4? It was like they discovered
crazy. What happens?
They're like, what if we just tried to effectively stop the run? And it's working.
Good things happen. Yeah.
It's like they've got the verbal meme or whatever. It's the Eric Andre show, and the guy, he's awaking and he's looking at his hands all crazy. It's like when they discover how to make a tackle. And just what's going on?
Might win some football games. Are we sure FSU is a decent football team? No,
I don't think
they
beat
Bama.
I don't think I don't think they're bad. And also going on the road to FSU, like we saw, I mean, Bama couldn't do it, and then Miami won this game soundly. Like again, too, like even if FSU goes 7-5 or 8-4 this year, I think I credit teams for handling business, and Miami totally handled their business. Like I said, they won this game by 6, but it felt like it was by 100.
Yeah,
like they had this game in control for the entirety of it. So I don't. Do I think FSU is a potential playoff contender? No, I don't think that they're the worst team ever, though. Like I think it's totally
like last year. Yeah.
Okay, let's do. We got a couple of miscellaneous things. Do we have? Do you want to do G5 update? Let's do that first before it. The G5 radar update. No major changes this week. Nothing too crazy happening except for I'm just all in on Memphis. I think going to the playoff. Sure. I think I'm just going to lock in that I'm a Memphis guy. And whoever the G5 team that makes it, I'm going to root for anyway. But I think in terms of rooting for them, I think I'm going to just be a Memphis guy because they have like real talent on their team. Like I don't know if you saw the one-handed catch this weekend, but they have some absolute
insane
on their team. Handling business too. Like they have obviously the win at Arkansas isn't like the strongest Power 5 win, but it's going to help on their resume. Like if they go undefeated, they're going to be in regardless. Even if they go undefeated and then they have a loss in the American Championship to another undefeated team, there might be like the way things are looking. I still don't think the 2-bit American Conference is out of the picture. Like now that
no.
Penn State's kind of walking themselves out of the playoff. Like there's a non-zero chance that Texas is walking themselves out, that like the SEC or the Big Ten just ends up with three really good teams, but there's a non-zero chance that just happens. And then they're like, screw it, let's put North Texas and Memphis in.
That'd be nice. I don't think they're going to do it, though.
They would never do
that. Notre Dame's going to make it.
Oh, my God. No,
yeah.
I forgot. They don't have the gall to do that. Unless there's, Boise beating Notre Dame would have helped that so much. That would have been great. That would have been awesome, but they didn't do it. And also, we don't do this is only once a week, so we don't have a preview episode coming up. But USF, North Texas next week, Friday night, game of the year. That's a playoff game. It straight up is. That's a playoff
game in October.
Up in Denton, Texas. I think North Texas is a 1-point favorite over South Florida. Appointment television. Awesome.
You going to be in attendance?
I might. Here's the problem, though, is I imagined I drove by the stadium recently, and I just thought, I drove by and I was like, where's the parking?
Oh.
Where do I park? Oh, my gosh, the parking.
Probably in a field, honestly. Any fields around?
No. It's all construction or buildings.
Okay.
It's a really cool stadium, but I don't know where you park. If there's any North Texas fans that listen to this, help. I don't know how. And then while we're talking G5, shout out to Ron Dickens of Western Carolina. He set the record for most consecutive completions in a game. He completed 41 straight passes in a row.
Wow. Impressive.
And then you hear that, you're like, oh, wow, that's a great stat. And then you think, like, you just watch the tape of all 41, and you realize how much has to go right to complete 41 passes in a row. Like, simple stuff like no one backed on a pass, no one dropped a pass. Like, 41 in a row completions. Everything worked out pretty crazy.
Is it 41 end-arounds in a row?
No, they were, like, legit. He was threading stuff to the end zone. It was awesome. Like, he was not playing to keep a record. He was playing to play the game. And he completed 41 passes in a row. Also, he
not in one game.
Do we just want to? It's in one game. Do we just want to invest in him right now when he's in the transfer portal this December?
He's going to be a Georgia Bulldog.
He's probably going to be. Most likely. I mean, he's going to
Auburn,
be somewhere. He want to go to Auburn? Sure. I mean, I don't have anything against that. He can go to Auburn.
Iowa?
Hardware Hank, man.
Oh.
We got.
Yeah. You're welcome.
He's probably going to play against Wisconsin. We'll learn a lot about it. I think he'll be fine. I think he got thrown in the game. It was a lot. I think he's learning though. Like, I think him getting we haven't had with our current OC, we haven't had someone who's gotten like a year under the offense. And then like, oh, now he gets to be QB yet. It hasn't happened. Like, I'd like to see that in our system. Because that's like, I mean, Iowa's a development program. We just are. And even in NIL, like, we have transfers that come and make big statements for us, but we're a development program. Everyone's going to say that. And, you know, we've had so much QB issues. It's like, well, what if we just did the development part with the QBs? What if we tried that? And like, it's like, yeah, no shit, Grant. We have thought of that already, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking through. This is my favorite segment, is the Ryen Russilo team of the week.
Yes.
Joey Bush. I actually came away more impressed by the Maryland Terrapins this weekend in their 24-20 loss to the Washington Huskies. Joey, Maryland was leading this game for most of it. We are one possession away from a 5-0 Maryland team. They're 4-1 now. I think, I don't know, the rest of their schedule, we'll see how it actually pans out. But I still think Washington's a good team. And I read this game being like, well, Maryland had it too. They had them they had them dead for a while. And, you know, a couple things go their way. Maybe we got a quality win. And like, I don't know, Washington, that's a long flight, just in case you're curious, from
that is
Seattle to the Maryland area in College Park. Not exactly close. I think they deserve some credit for winning this game, but also I think Maryland deserves some credit for hanging in there. Like, I actually came away more impressed by Maryland.
I like it.
Okay.
Did we come away more impressed with Kent State this week?
Okay. What was the score of the Kent State game?
44-0.
Against who?
Oklahoma.
What is the impressive part of
Sometimes it's hard not to score.
They did
at the end of the game.
I saw someone said that I actually came away more. The Ryen Russilo team of the week should have been Kent State last week in their 66-10 loss to Florida State because they scored 10 points against Florida State.
Well, maybe we'll do a retroactive Ryen Russilo team of the week. Yeah.
I actually, here's the crazy news is that Kent State is favored next week.
Oh, who are they playing?
UMass, who's
0-5.
It's airing on Cartoon Network. They have UMass.
Are you serious?
Versus Kent State on Cartoon Network. It is.
That might be game of the year.
No, it's not on Cartoon Network. It's on ESPN Plus. It's just a shame. We should be able to watch that for free. You told me I have to pay a subscription to watch Kent State versus UMass? Really? You tell me I got to pay extra to watch this? That should be free. Let us have it, ESPN. As David Zaslav over at Disney, you don't have it. You got enough money. Now you can't give us this game for free. We're gonna see who really loves ball in that game. Time to figure it out.
Pay up.
I think I'm taking. How do you not take Kent State? How do you not
come back?
That environment is going to be nuts.
Insane.
Kent State versus UMass. Have you seen the guy on TikTok who does the UMass reviews?
I have not.
His name's Joshua. He goes by Joshua the Yes Man. He just reviews, like, he goes to every UMass sporting event. Like, half his TikToks are like, UMass women's soccer beats Boston College 1-0.
Nice.
He just loves it. His whole TikTok's how much he loves UMass sports. And there's obviously a lot of negative UMass football reviews, but it's okay. I'm rooting for him and his success, and I want UMass to let's just focus it up a little bit more, guys. Let's give Joshua something good to cheer for.
Have to take Kent State, though. No. I almost said Penn State.
So we've got about 10 minutes left here, Joey, and I am pretty much out of college football topics, but I want to go over a couple of other things. The first of it being the Taco Bell 50K. Joey, you participated in it this weekend. It's a ultra marathon. It's 31 miles, 50 kilometers. I know this show's big in Europe. So we got to
50 kilometers in it.
50K. Everyone read that, but just for the American viewers, it is 31 miles. Joey, our viewers don't know you that well. And I say, oh, Joey ran a 50K. They're like, oh, he's an ultra marathoner.
Yeah.
a lot of people are listening to us on a podcast. They can't see your face. Joey, have you, how many, you're barely even you're kind of a runner, maybe?
So
this was a crazy decision by you.
This was a little bit out there for me. I did my first half marathon 2 weekends ago.
Okay.
And before that, I did about a month of training for that. Training being like running after work a couple times a week.
Yes.
A couple miles. So this was definitely out there. For those who don't know, the Taco Bell 10K includes 31 miles of running, as well as 10 stops to 10 different Taco Bell locations where you do have to eat an item from each Taco Bell. So during the 30 miles, I had a burrito supreme, chalupa supreme, bunch of cheesy roll-ups. The cheat code though was, have you had those Cinnabon delights?
Yes, they're delicious. Yes,
they're so good, and there's only 2 of them, so they were perfect for the race.
Okay.
Had a couple of those, but yeah, this was a bit of an out there decision for me, as I am would not consider myself a runner.
No, especially where there's Joe. You want to tell everyone how long it took you to complete this?
I did it in 8 hours and 22 minutes.
Okay, good.
All in.
They're very nice.
Less than 7 hours of running time, though, I'll say.
Okay. That's
so there's that.
Did you have like an eating clock as well, like a separate stopwatch for
my
Taco Bell 50K?
My like app that I was using at Trap would pause whenever I stopped running.
Yeah.
So that's how I figured it out. But
yeah. You can this is Joey informed me that he was running this race, and I Googled it, and this is, I kid you not, the first article that comes up when you search Taco Bell 50K is from the New York Post, and it just says, meet the special type of idiot running the Taco Bell Ultra Marathon, where competitors eat at the chain 9 times during the race. So that's just kind of like an idea of what is going on over there with the Taco Bell 50K.
I mostly did it just to say I did it.
I feel like that's the only way to.
I did the damn thing, Grant.
You did do the damn thing. Well, if you want to know as well, I also was kind of I did a similar ultra marathon where I went to the Texas State Fair.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I was watching Texas lose at the Texas State Fair. They have like football watching stations for you at the State Fair, and it's like watching Texas lose at the State Fair is an experience that's just insane. It was I feel like it would have been more fun if they were winning, but it was certainly unique to watch everyone react there. And it was kind of funny there because obviously Texas State Fair, it's known for the ridiculous food that you can eat there. I ate a bunch of corn dogs basically the whole time.
Nice.
Is what I did. But
like
I had some
crazy corn dogs.
They had like a jalapeno cheddar corn dog, I guess. They got like fried PB&J out there. They got a bunch of different things. But I saw a lot of people were talking about, they're like, there's a lot of people at this fair with driving around in carts. Like a lot of heavy set people driving around in carts at the fair. And, so my friends were saying like, yeah, it's crazy, all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, hold on. Let's do a little self-reflective real quick. We're at an event right now where you can purchase fried butter to eat on a stick. We're at an event right now where you can purchase fried Oreos to eat on a stick. Why are you assuming this is like a health convention? Why are you stunned that like this is like look at us? We're not like exuding, like we look disgusting right now. We've got like Oreo like
fried butter
on us. Like we look all horrible. Like why are we assuming everywhere? Texas State Fair all of a sudden is just like health con? Where it's like, why isn't everyone in like crazy good shape here where you can buy the fried butter? Do we hear ourselves right now when we're talking?
It does sound like you're in an ultra marathon of your own over there, Grant.
It was a lot of walking. State Fair. Got very tired. Wore jeans. Huge mistake.
Whoa.
Massive mistake.
Yeah. Someone still hot out there, I'm sure. This time.
Someone told me that they had. They're like, yeah, I'm just gonna wear like jeans and boots. I wore jeans and I was like, I got to throw on New Balances because I need. I know it's gonna be a lot of walking, but I'll just wear the jeans anyway.
Arch support.
What was I thinking? Awful decision by me. It's also too. I just
jean shorts.
Could have gone John Cena, the jean shorts. I was just lighting money on fire. Lighting it on fire.
That's every weekend, man.
No. This is it. You literally have to burn like $100 before you even get in there.
Oh, man.
Because you got to buy the ticket and then everything's in coupons. So it's not like you can just buy things with money in there.
Oh,
Like everything is purchased with coupons. So it's like you have to just guess how much money you need at the start of it. Like how much money you're going to spend. So I'm like, I don't know, can I have like 40 coupons? So you're just lighting money on fire instantly when you get in there. And I don't know, it was fun though. It's a cool event. I think everyone should go at some point in their lives to go eat. Like, a lot of our listeners to this will be at the Iowa State Fair next year. I'm going to try and go next year because it's the 250th birthday of America. Ooh. It'll be fun. I'm going to try and get out there. But I was comparing it, contrasting it. Iowa State Fair, noticeably more butter sculptures at the Iowa State Fair. Very few at this one, almost zero. So
sounds like
almost zero, I mean zero. So
it might be an issue keeping them sculptures instead of just melted butter.
Yeah, in the Texas, they just had, maybe they did have them, but they were just melted.
Yeah, they could have had them. You just weren't there in time.
They did have them. I don't know. I met Howdy, the bull though. Great bull.
Good, yeah. Good guy.
Yeah, it's great. Just said nice. Howdy.
He said the cap.
He said nothing because he was a bull.
He didn't even moo at you.
No, it's not.
Snarl. Nothing.
No, this isn't a. This isn't like one of those like farm boards that a toddler uses to get the sounds. Like this is the sound that Howdy makes. None of this works. That's your reward, by the way, for getting through an hour of this is
solid noises.
Here's my last thing that I want to get through is that I put out a poll earlier this week, and it said, so here, I'll give some backstory to this. I saw the movie One Battle After Another on Tuesday. It's a great movie. I think you should go see it. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and someone was describing the movie and they said, yeah, like so-and-so, Paul Thomas Anderson, action movie, and it's got the biggest movie star on the planet in it. It's got the biggest movie star on the planet. Do I think Leo's the biggest movie star on the planet? I don't know. I think he's one of them.
Up there for sure.
I think there's 3 contenders right now. I think I can make the argument for 3 people. I said Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep.
Tom Cruise.
Okay.
The Rock. Those are my 3.
Sure.
I think I can make an argument for all 3 of them. I did those 3, and then the 4th option on the poll was someone else. Someone else got like 60% of the votes, and I'm trying to figure out who the someone else was. A lot of people were suggesting Glenn Powell. And look, do I think Glenn Powell's in a lot of good stuff? Yes, but there's no chance that if Glenn Powell walks into a random supermarket in Casper, Wyoming, at the same time as The Rock, that everyone's going to be like floating over to Glenn Powell. Everyone's going to go talk to The Rock right away. And you are too, might I add.
Are you pointing at me or the viewer?
I'm talking about to the listener. Like if you think you're going to go dap up Glenn Powell before you go dap up The Rock, that's crazy.
Me personally, I'm hitting The Rock first.
I'm going to The Rock every single time. I'm gonna go to The Rock and be like, and just give him a quick little, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Nice.
I don't think we use that enough as a society.
No, we probably should more.
I don't know. He's got it also, I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
I think longevity is part of the game, and Glenn Powell's just not there yet.
I think so too. Also, I think in terms of just like when we're putting any movie that comes out, it could be a little rom-com, it could be the new Top Gun. Like how much like in terms of asses in seats, I think Leo does it. I think Tom Cruise does it. I think The Rock does it. We're Glenn Powell, like, did you guys all go see Anyone But You? Did you race to the theater for that? Or did like, I don't know, like I feel like you were going to see Top Gun regardless if Glenn Powell was in it or not.
Yeah.
But you saw it probably because of Tom Cruise.
Sure.
And because he was in the first, because he's a massive movie star, the first one was awesome.
In the first one.
And that made him a big movie star, right? Like using Glenn Powell's Top Gun movie as an argument against Tom Cruise doesn't make a ton of sense, is what I'm trying to say.
Wouldn't have been there without Tom Cruise.
And I asked my mom this question. Do you want to guess what she said as her answer? I said, Mom, I just called her. I said, don't think about it. Just give me the first name that comes to your mind because that's the answer. Who in the year 2025 is the biggest movie star in the world? Can you guess what she said? Liam Neeson is the biggest
that's a great
movie
answer.
Star in
great
the world.
Answer,
look,
Mom.
I love Liam Neeson. And I was like, I asked her, I was like, Mom, I love you. Have you seen a movie since 2013? What is going on out there? And she was like, no, he's in the new Naked Gun movie. I was like, that is true.
Yeah,
that is true. Like he is in the movies right now. And that movie's great as well. If you haven't seen it, go check out the new Naked Gun movie. I liked it a lot, but I just thought it was funny. I don't know. Let us know who you think the biggest movie star on the planet is. Do you think it's Leo? Do you think it's Tom Cruise? Do you think it's The Rock? Do you think it's Glenn Powell? Do you think it's Liam Neeson? Let us know what you think. What's your trivia? Get out of here, Joey.
All right, Grant. We did some animal trivia last week. We're coming back to sports. We're going to do sports, football specifically. Okay. Grant, can you tell me who's the only player in NFL history to win an NFL MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and comeback player of the year in the same season?
Okay, hold on. Give me the accomplishments one more time.
NFL MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and comeback player of the year. Same season.
Is it recently? Can't be.
No, not that recent.
Is it pre-2000?
Yes.
Okay, so Cowboys, essentially?
But barely.
Barely? So it's 2000?
No.
Okay. No, so it's like 1998, 1999, something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, boy. I do not know is the real answer to this question.
Okay.
If we're being
there, you go. That's what I was looking for. You got
it. Who is? I don't know.
It's Kurt Warner.
Really?
The Rams. Yeah.
I should know. There's going to be a lot of people mad that I didn't know that Iowa Barnstormers legend, Super Bowl MVP. I didn't see the Kurt Warner movie.
I didn't either. I need to check it out.
There's going to be some people real upset about that, but it's okay. Do you have another trivia question?
Yeah. Kind of the same vein. College football version. Can you tell me who the only player to win the Heisman National Championship and be the number 1 overall pick is?
Is it not? I mean, I think Cam has all of those. Is it not? Is it not?
It is Cam Newton. I had to bring an Auburn.
I was going to say. So I just couldn't help but notice that it feels like you forced that one in there.
Maybe
with your Auburnness.
Maybe
is that fair?
I thought it was relatable.
Okay. No, it's not relatable. How's that sound?
Want to throw it out there?
Yeah, I think so. Cam. I mean, I saw some people debating. It was actually a video. It was filmed in Iowa City of who the best college football player of all time was, and it was basically every answer was either Joe Burrow, Cam, or popular one was, especially if you were wearing like if you had like sandals and a polo on, Johnny Manziel got thrown in there a lot.
Sure.
But I mean, I don't know. Johnny is I don't know if Johnny's the best college football player of all time, but he's the best like pure college football player of all time, if that makes sense. Like when I picture like, oh, that's a college football player, it's Johnny Manziel. You're
saying college only, pretty much.
Yes, like if I had to put
like taking out of their NFL careers,
this is a college football player into a person and who's like the best at doing that, it's probably Johnny. No? I
will say the team that Cam took to the national championship and won with, there was no one with an NFL career over like half a year.
Cam is a better college football player all time than Johnny Manziel.
I know what you're saying.
Johnny is pure college football, in my opinion.
He puts the college in college football.
Yes, he's like running around, scrambling. The game versus Alabama is like one of the most ingrained moments in my entire life. Like I remember sitting there just in like awe watching it, being like, what is happening on my screen right now? This is insane. And he also he was just, between like the off the field stuff and just everything that was going on. Like when I'm like, who is the epitome best at being a college football player? It's probably Johnny Manziel. But I think Joe Burrow is better. I think Cam Newton's better. I think Tebow is better.
Sure.
I think Ndamukong Suh is a guy that when we're throwing out the best college football player ever, he's up there for me. I don't know. He's the most robbed Heisman of all time.
Oh yeah,
in my opinion. And it's really hard to win as a defensive player, obviously. But that, I mean, go look up Ndamukong Suh's stats and come back to me and tell me that he wasn't robbed. Yeah. He wasn't robbed. I mean, he's incredible. But yeah, that's our show. I appreciate you being here. We'll see you next week.